tuning into the My Positive Perspective Internet Show today, where we feature individuals and groups who share the common goal of benefiting the local Charleston community. Today's episode is brought to you by Kinetic Hifi, Charleston's only online internet radio station. Joining me on today's episode is Cameron Wimberly. So how you doing, Cameron?
I'm doing well. Glad to be here.
Nice to see you. And as you know, in life, not everything in life works out, and not everything is pleasant in life. And in my positive perspective, you know, it happens toward our company too. And it's happened to Kinetic Hifi. Beginning this month, we lost Brad Cooper, our programmer and our technician, to a car accident. And more recently, I've lost my co-host and my technician. So I'm not going to be doing the radio show anymore. And, you know, after a year and a half, I'd probably say the hardest moment was the week after, you know, Brad passed away, and I did the radio show, and the technical stuff, that's a whole different thing. You can't really do the technical stuff and be on the radio at the same time. But, you know, when Selkie moved in from Missouri, and she helped with that and made it easy, and it was just so, you know, for a year and a half, I was used to seeing Brad there, and then he wasn't there, and then Selkie was there, and now Selkie's not going to be there. So, I mean, you know, it's time for me to step down. But I did want to talk about, you know, some of the great things I did with the radio show.
I mean, yeah, I've watched so many online, and there's, I mean,
yeah.
I don't want to see you go. I'm kind of bummed.
Well, you know, hopefully it's just a temporary thing. But you know, once again, that can't be promised either, because this is life, and life throws you all sorts of curveballs, and you just gotta figure it out and prioritize. Yep.
What made you start this radio show?
Well, what made me start the radio show was really just I wanted exposure from my positive perspective, and I wanted to interview people from all over the country, and I knew that wasn't going to be possible doing this internet show because you have to be here for it. Right. But if I can call people who live in California and get them on the radio, and their fans, their audience listens to my positive perspective on Kinetic Hifi, I think I kind of had the idea that maybe that would make the brand, my positive perspective, stick out more because it's more out there. And I was pretty successful doing that. It takes a lot more than a year and a half to get going. Yes.
Yeah. How did you get the name My Positive Perspective?
Yeah, that's a pretty interesting story. You know, when I was selling copies of my book, Return from Comatose Mind, I learned, you know, through doing book signings that it wasn't about the car accident that happened to me. It was about, I was going after a new mind frame. I was going after a new state of mind, and it was positive. And a perspective is just a way of looking at things, and you got to put my in front of everything, my space, my, you know, my whatever, for a website. So my positive perspective, and there you had it.
That's great. You took something negative and turned it around.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do that, so that's a big feat.
It's a perspective, and I was going for. And I still am with my internet show, because the internet show is not going away, just a radio show. But, you know, I was trying to change the community's mind and the community's way of dealing with problems and hurdles in life.
One of my favorite quotes is, change the way you look at things, and the things you look at change. I try to tell myself that when I get a negative thought.
Right, yeah, and of course, you know, there's numerous quotes you can have that help you stay positive or positively intended. The one I use on my show is that it's not that setback happens to you. Setbacks are part of life. It's how you handle the setback. How you react to the setback. And that's true with people like Nick Collins and his car wreck, or there's David Griffin, the firefighter who's present in the Charleston 9, the mattress store happened. With the radio show, you know, I've interviewed some authors who.
Who's been your favorite?
My favorite author, I'd say, was the fellow who was in the Secret Service. He fought in Afghanistan.
That was really interesting.
Yeah, and when America would capture terrorists, they'd take him to see this guy. And it was his job to get the truth out of all of them.
He's an interrogator.
He's an interrogator, yes. And then it just so happened that the week I had him booked for the interview was that Monday. I had him on Wednesday. That Monday or Sunday, I think, was when the plane disappeared from the Indian Ocean. And I asked him what he thought had happened. He said it was definitely terrorism, because terrorism, they have three goals in mind. They want to scare people, they want to create as much of a burden on as many countries as possible, and they want to scare them. They want to be on the media for the most amount of time. And they accomplished all three with those things. And he said, I'll tell you right now where that plane is. It's in the Indian Ocean, where it's the deepest part in the water, and they're probably never going to be able to find it because it's way too deep. Nobody can go under 12,000 feet of water. I mean,
it's really fascinating.
Give her scuba dive and been under 30 feet. I mean, that's enough to make your head go crazy.
Wow.
But one of the things I'll miss is my parents listening to the radio show, and always talking about it. And I'm really gonna miss Brian Shirley, the guy who does the show in front of me. I mean, and we were great friends. And I'll miss Boyd, of course, he was one of the owners that I saw a good bit. I'll miss Ben Toy, who did the episode after me. I'll miss a lot about it. But you know, it's life, like we said. And
it's life.
You never
know, you might come back one day.
I may come back one day. And the internet show is not going anywhere, so we'll have more episodes for that. So that's the good news, I guess.
Yes, it is.
So it's always important in life, whenever you have bad things coming out, remember the good things. Remember the good things, because if you don't remember the good things and just take away the bad thing and that caused the end, then you really have failed, and you really have not enjoyed living life, really, huh?
Amen, brother.
Amen, sister. Thank y'all for tuning in to My Positive Perspective. Have a great day.
Bye.
On a sunny day, I feel my thoughts drift away. Only good vibes and good times living in my brain. On a sunny day, catch me lamping in the shade, feeling so fine and so high. Oh, my sunny days, still I hope all my efforts will one day pan out. The love within you'll never be without, so I roll, feeling strong and so invincible.